Welcome back to the Sex Podcast. Well, if you don't remember, my name's Audrey. If it's your first time watching us, I'm Odunayo, and we have with us
Dumebi,
Yeah.
or you can call me Dumebs.
Yeah.
That's my Instagram handle. Dumebi Dumebs. I don't mind.
Yeah, and mine is Odu Unlimited. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about a series of hot topics right now. First is the Diddler, Diddy.
I was like, who's that?
And then we're going to be talking about the series about shits and gigs, all of that, and more recently, Cardi B, and the whole Offset drama. So,
Ugh.
yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get started because I have a lot to say.
Where do we begin? Who do we begin with?
Like, where do we start?
Let's start with the 1,000 baby oils or 1,000 bottles of baby oils.
Yeah.
And the 750, I think, dildos. And
1,000 plus. Because, yeah, it was 1,000 plus. Like, why do you have so many?
And the IV drips. Do you know how inside out you must have turned somebody to have to give them drips, like, after a party? Like, that's not a party anymore. One thing I would say, like I saw online, was an old interview of Diddy where they basically said, how do you get the ladies? And he said, first you have to get them alcohol. And then when you get them alcohol, you get them water. And then you turn off the air conditioning so they don't leave. So, and the guy was like, okay, that's a bit crazy. That sounds scary.
Yeah, like...
And he basically said, yeah, you have to get them to stay because, you know, you have to give them water because you don't want them to have any reason to leave. And that all sounded mad. But if you really listen to him throughout the years, he's literally been telling you what he's about. Like, he's literally been admitting to it publicly. And obviously it's worse in private, but he drops hints here and there about the stuff that he's into. Like, it's a bit crazy.
My one is Johnson and Johnson. Their sales price have gone up. Probably who's buying so much baby oil? Look at £1,000 of baby oil now. Listen, I don't care. I'm making my money anyway.
You know, I actually heard that it's not baby oil. Like, some people are saying that it's some sort of drug that... It's like those drugs that people are saying, be careful if someone puts a handkerchief or something on your door, don't touch it because it could be drugged. Like, apparently they're saying it's some sort of, like, it could be a lubricant laced with something that is actually a drug.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised because I can't remember what I was watching or who I was listening to, and they said something like a girl went on a date with this guy and the guy was massaging her and applying some sort of oil.
I heard about that.
And then it turns out it was something to break down her skin so that he could eat it later.
Yeah.
So I'm actually not surprised that he could be...
Apparently, and the thing is... And the thing is, like, it's crazy because he actually has access. For him to have, like, IV drips or whatever, it's like it has access to people, like, pharmaceuticals. And it's like, who has that in the house?
I mean, when you
like,
have money...
What kind of party... would you be hosting that you'd need something like that? Like, that is so crazy.
So, random. I've just obviously just typed in. I decided, what would happen if I type in 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Okay. And it's come up with an explanation, apparently, that Diddy's lawyer had for why he had 1,000 plus bottles.
Costco?
Yeah, basically.
And Costco denied it.
I was like, hey, yo, what are we doing here? What's going on? Because... I don't care how much. If you're buying in bulk and you're one man, you're not gonna buy 1,000 plus.
I mean, rich and famous. Like, listen, he doesn't have anything else to do with his life. Okay, he was bored and decided to become a sex predator. What do you call it?
The scariest part was listening to Justin Bieber and his old interviews, and especially when you go back and listen to the Yummy Yummy song, and in the song you can see him. Like hosting, like you see that they're hosting a party where we have really young kids entertaining adults. And the young kids look really uncomfortable even when they're playing like the music. And there's also a part where he, towards the end, at the final bit of the music video, he was on the plate, like it was food on the plate, and then it turned to him as a child. So yeah, so that's basically crazy. Like that's insane. And it's like he's also been speaking about someone. What's her name? Billie Eilish. There was an interview about him. Where he said that he was trying to protect her from whatever it was in the industry, and he was actually crying.
Something he knows that we don't know.
I think
I
think he went through, even like the interview with Diddy, he looked really uncomfortable, where he was like, "Oh, you don't come to party around with me anymore."
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of like televised abuse and harassment that Justin Bieber has actually experienced, like with all the ladies kissing him on the neck, grabbing his butt, like that would be insane if a man, like an older man, did it to a woman. It's like, so there's women complicit in this, and obviously Diddy, like, and it's just how did we let this go under the radar for so long?
I swear Usher is meant to be his guardian or something, but again, Usher was...
Yeah, but Usher was
Usher
also a
was
victim.
groomed.
Yeah,
Usher was
a victim
groomed
of
as
Diddy
well.
as well.
So
I mean,
he did, like, okay, if you've experienced something like that, like what Justin Bieber went through, he knows what not to do. He knows, he's learned from his mistakes, right? But Usher, like, you have been in there. You could have said, you know what? I know what it's like to you for you to come into the industry, but
this is the thing.
They could have gone a different route, but
that's the difference between
crazy,
like
man.
people.
But Usher's probably thinking, this is how I got famous. So for me to get Justin Bieber famous, he's also got to go through all of these.
I think that's the difference between like the people that, like the victims, like the heroes and the villains. It's like the heroes, they usually have their own story as well. It's like, I've been through this. I don't want anybody else to experience this anymore. And that would be someone like Justin, because he was, you know, he didn't really have a relationship with Billie Eilish, but he's still talking so passionately about protecting her. And there's Usher that's just like, hey, go and spend 48 hours at Diddy's house. And he even said like that when he was young, he would go in and he would, like, any random room that he would go into, like people are just doing like orgies.
Yeah. I mean, Cat Williams said that like a few years back. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it in that interview he did with?
No.
Okay.
Before that interview, Cat Williams said in a stand-up, I can't remember what it's called, but I just remember he was in a green suit, and his hair was proper. Anyway, point is, he said it in that stand-up, and he said, you go into some parties, and these men are sniffing coke off people's bum cracks and stuff, and you're like, I know my man from that movie. I know him from that song. I know it, and he's been saying about that. So, like when it all came out, I was not surprised. But I was gonna say, have you guys heard about the Birdman and Lil Wayne's thing? That apparently that Birdman may have groomed Lil Wayne as well.
Oh really? I
Yeah.
just know they're beefing or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they're beefing now because
Yeah.
apparently they owe money or whatnot. But yeah, I just thought I'll see if you guys know about that. It's just same as Usher and Diddy, where Diddy got Usher into the game and basically groomed him and whatnot. It's basically that there's theories that Birdman was doing that as well.
To Lil Wayne.
So, yeah,
That is, I
It's
can't.
actually crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's scary, and because it's like when you're a child, you see these people and you think, oh, I love their lifestyle. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be a Justin Bieber. And you know, he went through this drug phase where he was actually like drinking a lot, like smoking a lot, doing crazy shit. But it's like, you really never know what, because when it comes to doing drugs, it's a form of escape, right? It's like escapism. You're running away from something. Like, I don't imagine anybody's life would be so great that they would want to just be in a zen mode the whole time.
It
Like,
depends.
like there's something. Obviously, people get introduced to it, right? But before that, what was your life like? Like, did you not have just peace, calm, whatnot?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you don't need stuff like that. So if somebody starts to, I imagine he is in those spaces. They probably start with introducing drugs to him so he can be at a point of ecstasy so that they can abuse him. And then eventually it just takes, you know, a life of his own in that person and they become addicts. But I'm so glad the way he's sort of turned his life around and, you know,
You know
into
what?
God,
Christian.
into
Yeah.
spirituality, taking care of his family, and I'm just really happy for
I'll
him.
be honest. I thought when he did that, I genuinely thought it was just for media. I thought he was just, I'm cleaning up my act sort of thing, just to look good for people. But then
But it's like now you have more.
Through. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just feel bad for his kids though. Like how many kids does he have? Yeah, his kids. How many does he have? Like even the youngest one. Like imagine growing up to know that this is what your dad. This is. I just feel bad for the kids.
I feel like it would take, by the time they grow up and find that out, especially the youngest one, like, she'll be all right, because it's like there's a lot of cushion
like that. Because imagine now, like in school or something, like, oh, your dad had 1,000 baby oil. Imagine.
It's just,
what do you even say? What do you even say?
just-
Okay. Like, it's just crazy because it's always going to be there. I mean, of course, there's always going to be like a new story out next week, next year, or something like that. But it's like, this is tied to your family name now. So it's like, it's not going to leave that easily.
I just feel like with celebrity kids, it's like it's a lot more, because they're going to be around their peers, and their peers probably also have parents that are like,
are on some stupidness.
yeah. So I feel like that level, they know each other, like they know themselves. So
you know what? Can we quickly just touch on the fact that celebrities name their kids weird names, because it doesn't.
it's for marketing, is it not?
Is it? Oh,
I
God,
would
that
imagine,
makes
because
sense.
because now people are becoming brands.
Yeah.
So it's like, what, Saint West? That's a name. It's like, you've already given the child a brand name. Like, if they want to come up with something
Northwest.
like
So-
Blue Ivy, like,
Speaking
that's
of
a
blues,
brand.
that is Justin Bieber's kid's name.
Blue.
Yeah, Jack Blue.
Jack Blue.
Wait, sorry, Jack Blues.
Yeah.
Isn't blues a sad thing? Like, you have the blues.
Well, but like in terms of music as well, the blues.
Oh yeah, blues music.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably that.
It could be.
Hey, celebrities, stop doing this stupidness, man. Name your children normal names.
Yeah, when the money starts coming in, you will not be talking this.
Hey,
Because
no.
they usually launch things before
And
they
plus, I
even
feel
get
special.
older. They start launching things in their
Fair.
names. Because I think Blue Ivy's name there was sort of a copyright thing that Beyonce had to fight for. Because apparently somebody else had the Blue Ivy whatever name. And yeah,
These
as
guys are
soon as they're
serious.
born, right out of the oven,
serious.
they start
No,
making
but-
brands in their
Okay,
name.
so what about the kids though? Like, say, okay, I've been made into a brand before I'm born.
Mm-hmm.
My parents have decided to make me into a brand. Like, what are we doing for the kids? Because what if I don't want to be famous? I just want to live in a tree
The
house.
cushion is cushioning. Because look at Beyonce's kids, like, they don't come outside. They're famous, but they don't come outside. And if she
Yeah.
didn't want to show them, I would imagine someone like Blue, because she wanted to actually, that was her summer job, going on concert with her mom.
Yeah.
She did that because she wanted to do that. And if she wakes up tomorrow and she's like, she doesn't want to, she has enough money to go and chill in the Bahamas and just live a secluded life.
And come back.
She has enough money for that. So yeah, they're good regardless, because money stops nonsense, you know? Money would build the life that you want. So if they have that life, then if they have the money, then they have the life. They can choose not to be famous. It's us that we don't have the money.
So yeah.
Struggle.
So it's like, let's
This
see
life-
if
this
the
life
fame
will
will bring the money,
balance.
and then we can decide.
Oh gosh. Okay.
But yeah,
Let's bring it back to Diddy. What are we? Okay, let me ask you this: if you had the powers, bearing in mind that he is currently on suicide watch, I don't want to say it's not true, but you know,
yeah, they did report
it's
it.
speculated. Yeah, it's speculated that he is. I'll speculate that he is on suicide watch. If you had the powers and you were the judge in the situation, what?
Judgment,
Yeah. What,
electric chair,
hey,
No.
he did not hesitate as well. That's
electric chair. Because you know what? Yeah, it's one thing to hear it. It's one thing to read about it. But when you see how evil he was in the Cassie video, it's like he does not care about a human life. Like
Or
this
consequences.
person's beyond redemption.
Yeah.
So there's no point. And I feel like the only reason why I would hesitate is see if I can get more of his pals in the chair as well. That's probably what I'll take the longest. But it's like you can imagine they have caused so much horror because of their feeling of like just trying to have power, just having power. They've caused a lot of, you know, crazy shit to people, and it's just scary.
Was there like a message that a girl wrote? Like, is it like a text message to Diddy or something? Like, I'm someone's daughter.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if you
saw
guys
that.
Yeah, like I'm actually someone's child. Like
For
she
someone
said,
to say that,
Yeah.
she must have been treating her like a fucking rag doll.
Yeah.
And the drips actually is still fucking with my head. The drips is actually still like...
No, but do you know what? Like, when you actually think about the whole situation, because this guy burnt up Kid Cudi's car.
Yeah.
For because
Chatting to Cassie.
Yeah, Cassie just spoke or something like that. Apparently, was it Wale? He held Wale over a balcony as well for the same thing, for looking at Cassie and talking to Cassie. But then this is the same guy that if you said, "Oh, your wife is beautiful," he might just say to you, "Oh yeah, you can sleep with my wife tonight." Like, do you know what I mean?
The fact that Carisha even said it, like when she was having a fight with one of his other like girlfriends, she was like, "If Diddy says you should eat my pussy, like you're eater, like you would." She said that publicly.
That's scary. Bro.
You know, she literally
But the thing is, I
tweeted
didn't
it.
say this, you know, because it's actually been in the media for so long, but I just feel like no one paid too much attention to it until like Cassie said something.
I think
people are
most
not going back
people-
and start bringing out like, oh, like, rah, they made this video back in the day.
I think-
Rah, did you see this interview? Rah, did you see that? You know
I think
what
I
mean? So
think
it's
the difference now
it's
is like consent, knowing that a lot of it was not consented to. So I think that's the difference now. It's like, okay, there was actually drugs involved. Okay, there was actually blackmail. Okay, he was actually holding people against their will. There was kidnapping involved, like racketeering. It's like there's now it's now attached, because before it's like, oh, Diddy's a billionaire. You know, you want to hang out with him. You can have like multiple girlfriends. You know, he'd boost your career, whatnot. Like the difference now is like, okay, people are beginning to see that there was a lot of situations where he did not have consent to do the stuff that he did.
But I think as well, where we all know that he has so much power, so it was very, very easy to gloss over when someone says, you know, it's a situation as well where people in power sometimes tend to get framed quite often than a regular person. So when someone comes out and says, "Oh yeah, Diddy did this to me and Diddy done that to me," we're sort of like, "Oh, but he's a celebrity. Why would he do that?" You know,
when he has much access, he can get as many girls as he wants.
He doesn't need to do that. But then you find out that that's even the reason why he's doing it more. It's
what do you
easy
think
to
about
gloss
the
over it.
involvement in like with other celebrities? Like, because people are naming names, saying he took pictures with Obama.
The one that
That's
the
dangerous.
one that got me. I don't know if anyone saw this on Twitter. Is the one of him and Mick Mill. I don't know if you guys heard the
Ooh, that cool.
No, I'm not gonna
That's why I
lie.
don't like Twitter, you guys.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
The
gonna say this with my
sound.
chest. And Meek Mill can come find me. I'm in Southeast London. You can come find me. Meek Mill is involved.
Did you see the matching outfits?
And he said he hired a private investigator to show why he's
matching
doing it.
outfits and-
Like,
and
come on
Meek
now.
Mill was doing too
And
much
the
to
video
deny.
Come on
of
now.
him in the pool, like with his sort of cheeks sticking out, like he was trying to cool it after all the friction. But yeah,
That's giving me Baby Reindeer vibes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's giving Baby
No,
Reindeer
it's
vibes.
essentially what it is. It's essentially what it is with a lot of the
Yeah.
rappers. It's essentially
Yeah.
what it is. And it's like a lot of them will speak about Diddy, and there was this Orlando. Is it Orlando Brown?
Orlando Brown,
Bloom.
Bloom Brown? Yeah.
Not Bloom. It's not Bloom.
He was saying, yeah, like if Diddy invites you to a party, say no. And people were like, oh yeah, so don't bring your girl around you. He said, no, you can leave your girl. He wants you. He said he wants you. So you can leave your girl at home. Like, he doesn't care. He wants you. Like, if there's a new booty around, he wants some of that. That's what he said.
Wow.
And it's just insane. It's just
So-
insane.
With these other sort of celebrities being named, right? Do we think we should paint them with the same brush? Because at the moment, we were, like you just said, you know, when the whole thing was happening, we were easy to gloss over the fact that Diddy was doing these things. Do you think that we should also just forget everything and just paint every single celebrity that's being named, being pictured with the same brush?
Absolutely not. I think because Diddy is a psycho. And because he's a psycho and he's powerful and he has a lot of victims, there's a chance that he gets closer to people so he can have more access, so he can have more protection for himself, And also, like, when you're seeing somebody that abused you taking a picture with the president of the country, what are the chances that you'd actually want to go and report him? It's if he has Obama's number. He might not do anything with Obama. He might never, like, you know, be caught in a compromising position or whatnot. But the fact that he's there, he's taking pictures with one of the most powerful people in the world, like, it would scare whoever his victims are. So I think it's just like a tactic for him more than anything than proof of their involvement. So I think it wouldn't be fair.
But then again, it goes to say, well, to be fair, it's a bit slightly different with Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of the celebrities that he was seen pictured with were, shall I say, customers of his island. do you know what I mean? So it goes to, it feels like we should almost look at them with an extra.
Yeah, we can definitely have like
scrutiny.
like put more of a spotlight on them and like dig into it. But I feel like it cannot be an automatic conviction. Because think about it, especially as colleagues. Like, you can go to the office now and take pictures with your work members. Like, you attend shows together, you do stuff together. Like, if somebody or if a group of people at work gets caught up, does that now mean I'm involved? Because you get invited to these parties, and essentially, as an artist, if you get invited, you're networking. Like, that's your job.
That's true.
So it's not fair because, somebody got invited. Because even at work, you go for the drinks after work, you know, the team building, whatever. So it's a bit crazy to now involve all of them because of pictures that they were seen taken. So
have you guys seen this movie that recently came out? It's got that guy from Magic Mike, but it's like a picture.
Shannon Tatum.
Yeah, what's that? It's called Picture something. Snap. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically supposed to be like similar to the. What did you call it? The Epstein Island something?
Epstein Island.
Yeah, it's supposed to be similar to that. So it kind of gives you like an overview of like men with power, what they can actually do. And I think the movie is amazing. Anyone out there, I think you should go watch it if you find it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've watched it like twice now, which is crazy. But it's so good. At first, you're like confused, like what is going on with these women? Why are they going through all of this? Blah 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 blah. And then towards the end, you realize, oh, so this is why they're acting this way. This is why this is happening. But it's crazy, like it just opens your mind to like certain things, and it shows you like people in power, they do some crazy shit basically. Yeah. If you have the power, if you have the money, you can do crazy.
Yeah, and you will get away with it.
And you get away with it
as well.
Exactly. I think that's one of the things that scare me when people actually have a lot of money, but they're still going for more. It's like this one thing for you to be so good at something, like let's say a footballer, where it's like, okay, you know, it brings you money anyway, but then like people that are so obsessed with getting power or so like, because it's about the intentions, right? Like, why do you want to be such a powerful person? Like, what are you looking for?
Money is the root of all evil.
For real. So it's like
there and it just grows.
It's like you have enough money. Like, what more? Like, what is your aim?
Yeah.
What is your aim?
Yes, Blink Twice.
Blink Twice.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, I haven't seen
It's so good. You guys should watch it. It is actually so good.
Okay.
Like, I recommend everyone should watch it. So it kind of gives you an idea of like people in power. And these women, they will go about their life like completely forgetting what they've been through, the trauma they've gone through. And then they come back to the same thing again without knowing, because their subconscious probably like brings them back to the same situation. And they're wondering, this is giving deja vu, like what's going on? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Guys. I don't want to ruin it, but I don't want to ruin it, but
No,
it's good.
It doesn't sound like a role I've ever seen Shannon Tatum in.
Yeah.
I'm interested
And
to see
also
that.
a black woman directed it, which is, you know,
Yeah,
it's a
that.
bonus.
Support.
Yeah, it's a plus. Yeah.
Rooting for everybody black.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I mean, I don't want to give Diddy too much light. We all know morally what he's done and what he's been doing is wrong. Anyone that abuses their power, be it a celebrity or be it your police officer around the corner, should not be right. Yeah, yeah. Let's not even get into that part. So,
I think we can go from that to just talking about men and their egos, because we can just go straight to Offset and Cardi B. Like, that whole situation is just an example of when, like, just a man with fragile ego and low self-esteem, because it's like, what more do you want out of life? Like, you're winning. Like, you're really winning. You have one of the most successful woman by your side. I mean, I saw a video when they were both a basketball thing. You know where they do the celebrity cam thing.
Yeah.
And they put Cardi B there, even though he was right next to her. It's like they didn't do
What, they
Cardi
were
and
together?
Offset. Yeah, they were together. They were sat right next to each other. The frame was in the both of them,
Oh, no.
and they just said Cardi B. And I feel like one of the most amazing sort of situations that I've seen with a celebrity partner and what's it called, and celebrity couple would be Serena Williams and her husband. He's like a tech guy, like really, he built, I think, a co-owner of a company or something like that. But the way he cheers her on, it's like, I'm so happy to be with this woman. Like, I'm proud of this woman. Like, you can call me whatever it is. It's like, I know who I am with.
Yeah.
But it's like, even though Offset would publicly praise his wife, publicly cheer her on, if you're not giving your partner the space to grow, like the peace to grow, because she hasn't released an album in what, 7 years? Like,
Has it been that long?
maybe 5, but yeah,
I
a long.
I don't even think Cardi B has been in the game that long.
No, before she had her child, no.
Fair.
Yeah, her child isn't even up to 8 though.
Yeah.
But yeah, she hasn't released an album in years, 5 years.
My one is why are you fighting with her on social media? Like writing things like, "Oh, I won because you're my baby mom." First of all, she was your wife.
Let's my
relax.
issue. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why are you doing that? It's very childish. Like you're a grown man.
You're
To be
not,
fair-
you're not far off.
How many?
Her last album was in 2018. So that's about 6 years.
Yeah, so 6 years.
Oh.
Offset, I feel like it definitely has something to do with the relationship. Because when
Yeah.
your mind is so out of it, like it's so messed up, you cannot, it's hard for you to focus on stuff. And it also, especially when you're with a cheating partner, it reduces like, or it makes you feel less confident in yourself. And if she's having to chase who he's talking about, who he's talking to, it's like her brain is just not settled. Offset has been fingering Cardi B's brain like for the longest time. Like it's so crazy.
No, but there was the thing as well with them two as well is they both don't help the situation. They're both as bad as each other, basically. They're both as toxic as each other. So,
I don't think so.
like, well, from what I see,
Well,
it just seems like they're both just going at each other.
I mean,
Still,
yeah,
but I
they're
feel
going
like
at
she's
each other, but I feel
trying.
like Cardi B has always been a public person. Like she's always been
Yeah.
one to go on live and just talk stuff.
Fair enough,
It doesn't have
but-
to be private stuff, but he
knew
actually
she was like that. He knew she was like that when he even met her anyway. He knew her kind of personality. So why is that a bit different now that you lot are married? And now you're becoming that person that writes stuff on social media. Were you like that before? Like, what's going on?
Do you guys think she actually like slept with somebody when she was pregnant?
Oh, please. I don't...
Well, she implied that she may have done things with.
She said and did.
She said and did.
She said and did. With exclamation mark, exclamation mark,
Oh, I
exclamation.
don't know, but with what's his name? The other Migos that passed away, Takeoff. She tried to imply that she's done things with him.
No, Offset tried to imply it. He tweeted it.
No, Cardi B tweeted.
She literally said, "I've never been involved with any other guy." Like
No,
since.
I promise you, I saw a post that I literally read. He was like,
Check if it's legit.
"Okay,
Like,
maybe I should." But
Because
it said,
that's not something anyone would even admit.
no, because she said, "I miss Offset because he was the realest one out of you three. If only you knew the nights we had when you weren't around." That's the post I saw, and I was like, "What
But
the
that
hell is
doesn't,
But it
that
doesn't have to
doesn't,
mean-
that
it's like,
doesn't
it doesn't have to mean,
insinuate
like,
anything at all.
You know.
At all. That's like
Anything
family.
non-PG.
Like, that was her brother-in-law. Like
Yeah.
that could mean so many things
Yeah,
that
but
are not
for-
sexual.
But to say it is obviously to hurt my man's feeling, that is to imply that something happened. Like he wouldn't just say if it wasn't. No,
That is a
no,
reach.
it's not a reach. It's not
That
a reach.
is a
'Cause
reach.
put it this way, let me ask you guys this question.
Yeah.
If it was an innocent thing and nothing actually happened between you guys, why would she say it?
Maybe she didn't mean it in that way,
I
but
don't
you know
think-
she
but
has to
it
laugh
doesn't-
after. Maybe she
But then
didn't
it
mean-
doesn't add to the argument that she's having with him. It doesn't do anything to the argument if nothing happened between the two of them. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I think it's just more about support rather than anything sexual.
Well,
I don't think anybody even admits that.
well, regardless, I think they both don't help the situation. And the fact that they're doing all of this online and going back and forth, it's just like,
I think the issue is for me because she was on live and he commented that, like he brought that to the public. right? And if you've brought something to the public, now it has to be addressed publicly. Like, you can't just say, oh, you had sex or something when a baby was inside you. Like, you can't just comment that and just think everything's sweet.
But obviously for him as well, that's his guilty conscience.
If she doesn't respond, he's gonna feel like, oh right, like so she actually did. She's not saying anything. So
he brought it. He brought it online.
To be fair, but
okay. This guy has been cheating like publicly for ages.
Yes,
for ages, right? And pregnancies are 10 months long, right? That's like a whole year. Like, how many of you can raise your hand and say you haven't had sex for a whole year? And one thing I would say is, if he's cheating, right, while she's pregnant and still sleeping with her, whatever people are claiming Cardi B would have exposed the baby to, he's doing the same thing, right? 1, 2, women that are carrying surrogate babies, they be fucking too. And it's not the husband, he's not the father of the child. So I feel like, I don't even care about that situation, to be honest, but if we're talking about Offset, like, there is no sympathy, there is no, like, justification. Like, he led his family into bullshit. Like, he was, because she said in her song, teach me to be like you so I cannot give a fuck. So now she's not giving a fuck. she's doing what he's taught her to do. Like, that's what he led them to. And I feel like, I'm so happy for her that she's left him. I'm hoping she's left this time. It stays
that way, yeah.
But her, like, recent pictures in Fashion Week, her outfits look so amazing. And it looks like she's about to be booked and busy. Like, she's really doing her thing because, she's... Even Shakira commented, oh, you look better single.
Oh! Damn.
Yeah, because Shakira is, what's it called? She also went through the same thing with, I think her ex was cheating on her as well.
With their maid, if I remember correctly. Yeah. It was the maid. That is so crazy.
Or something like that. Or just she basically found out because somebody ate her jam or something like that. I don't even know. Something very peculiar. And like,
she knows that he doesn't eat jam. Yeah, so it's like, who ate it?
Like, okay, there was some bitch in this bitch. But
I think anyway, regardless of whatever... Offset, obviously, he's in the wrong this time. Well, not this time, every single time around. But I think regardless, they both need to realize the influence they have in the world and the fact that people are watching them and seeing them as an example of a relationship. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're saying because you have a mind of your own and you know that that's not an example of a relationship. But as a 15-year-old around the corner somewhere
just
thinking,
watching this,
they break up and they come back together. They break up and they come back together. That's a relationship that I want as well. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's at the end of the day, they have too much influence for them to be acting this way.
That has another influence that should need to behave and stop popping kids is Nick Cannon. Because I don't want all these men out here to be thinking it's okay to be having 12 different baby moms. It's true. Not okay.
But it's really on the men though. It's because not okay. If Offset wasn't cheating, I don't think they'll be breaking up.
Well, you can't just put that on the man. Yeah, he was cheating and then they broke up. But then she still goes back.
They have kids together. They're married. They're literally married.
Let's stop making that as an excuse.
No. I'm not making it as an excuse.
Well,
right?
For them anyway.
Because like you have to understand that when she's in a relationship, she's married to this man. She's in the right to want to fight for her relationship, fight for her marriage to work.
She is.
And be with the father of her kids.
She is.
And he's apologizing. Obviously, she's also said her father is in her ear, her mother is in her ear, like, and she's come from I think a family where she has siblings from different people. So the motive behind her actions is genuine. Do you get what I mean?
I'm not saying it's not genuine.
And also, it will take a long time, especially when you've planned to live your whole life with this person.
Odin. But Odin, we've all heard the saying, fool me once. I get it. And I get, especially when emotions are involved, it's a lot more harder for, even in abusive relationships, to say it's still difficult for people to leave. I get it. There are emotions involved. But this has been a span over so many years, over so many kids. So many times we hear countless times over about Offset cheating again. And it's like, it's not even in secret. Like, people just know he's cheating and people are just like, yeah, it's calm. Like, it's just happening. So at this point,
No,
You're
no,
literally
no.
being
It's easier said
disrespected.
than done. Let's
It-
be
For
honest.
real, that's
Like, if
literally
you
what I'm
actually,
saying.
we never really know
It is
unless you're in
easier
her
said than
situation.
done.
Like she just
But
said.
she could have left time ago.
No,
And you can't
hear what
place
she's
it.
saying. Hear actually what she's saying. They actually have a family. Let's be honest. A lot of people they find it really hard, mostly when they have like 2-3 kids. It's not like there's a lot of men out there that want a woman that has kids with them to date or want to be with. And
okay.
plus, she committed herself to this person, so it's going to obviously take a long time for her to let him go. And plus, he begged for her back. He even did it publicly as well at some point, where he came on stage where she was performing, went on his knees with flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
He begged. So
He's messed
no,
up.
I saw that. So
But,
it's easier said than done. Let's be honest here. She could have left, yes, but he's I don't know if he's manipulative or what it is that he's doing to always try to win her back. He maybe knows the best way to reach her so he can
Obviously-
bring her back in.
I
don't
think
even
another
think
thing is
it's-
she's
everyone
craving
goes through that stage where
that
they've had
companionship
enough.
so
They've-
much.
Everyone's gone through that stage where they've had enough, obviously, to then let go.
Yeah,
but
she
it's not
has
just
to.
gonna
She
happen
has to
straight
want
away.
to like do that for herself.
Yeah.
Like I feel like especially with women, it's not that easy for you to just like jump off and just be with somebody else. She even said it the last time they broke up, was it in December, where she was like, you know, she wanted to have sex, but she didn't want to do it with any other guy because it's like, so it's like, it would take her, like, I feel like, well, with me, I have to be sick of the guy. Like, I have to be sick. Like, you have to do the worst. And it's like, okay, you know what? Now that I've left, there's no, like, now.
So turning back.
Like,
Yeah. I can't
there's
look at you the same way.
There's nothing that would make me ever want to go back to you again.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I don't even think it's more so about her having kids and all that stuff, because I feel like in America, or just around the world, like, people are now dating people with kids. Like, people with kids that are like two people that may have kids of their own and come together and like have a blended family. It's becoming more of a thing. But I think it's just that she was just trying to keep her family together.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can never fault her for that.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm not faulting her, but I'm just saying that
And also,
that option was there.
Sorry.
She knew that option was
As
there.
a man,
and
he needs to take accountability for his
and-
actions.
Yeah, sorry, what I was
I'm
also
not saying that
gonna
he's
say-
done right. I'm
what I
not
was
saying
also
that what
gonna
he did was
say-
good. I'm not.
I know.
By the way, you lot don't think
No,
I'm
I know,
defending him.
I know.
Don't think I would be like I'm defending
I
him.
know, but I'm
But-
just saying, just don't put too much heat on her.
No. I'm just saying it goes both ways, regardless of what it is.
I was gonna
of
say,
what's
sorry,
happening.
before I forget.
Yeah, go on.
My memory. I was gonna say that because you mentioned that they need to realize that people are watching them. I don't think anybody's relationship should be used as a example because it's their life, right? Like, yeah, people can be watching and you might influence them, but your feelings are involved. Like, this is not a show that you're acting where it's like, okay, people can look up to, like, that's actually somebody's life. Yes, people may get influenced by that, but you cannot now, even the whole pressure about black love, it's too much. Like, we need to, yes, they might have a public relationship, they have a public relationship, cool. Whatever happens, happens, but you cannot now make them a symbol of celebrity, couple, whatever. Because yes, kids will look at these things, but it's up to their
But whether
parents.
they like it or not,
yeah.
judge
it's
them.
there, it's
Yeah,
out,
this
it's
is-
on TV.
it's what
People
you signed
follow
up
what they
for.
see on TV all the time, so it's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah, but we can't hold them.
Fair enough that we can't do that, but it's like it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah,
If the amount of people
it's
having this
literally
one,
that.
it's going to happen.
it's literally that. Once you
influence
signed
is
up to be
there.
famous,
Facts.
that's part of your job role.
It's
now.
part of it.
It's part of
You
their
have no
job role,
option.
but we can't say, oh, you have to do this
No, we
because
can.
people.
No, we can.
That's her
because-
relationship. It's literally because what they sell, and I think that's what Beyonce also mentioned. Is like people get so celebrities get so was I say pressured to use their family to sell stuff, but all Cardi B has sold to us is her music, right? She's not like on a reality TV show, like showing her life and her family and all that stuff. Like all she's sold to us is her music. And I feel like that's literally what we should focus on. Yes, she has Instagram and we can see more and, you know, she can go on live and all that stuff, but that's not her selling point. She hasn't put her family out. People go out and look for this information. But obviously, Offset is putting stuff out there. They're having a public fight, whatnot. But yeah, it's like, it's not something that she sold to us. Do you get what I mean? So we cannot hold whatever is going on in their relationship. It's just too much for an individual to put on them. Like,
Yeah.
you're responsible. Like, the kids growing up, their parents are responsible for their upbringing and their, role modelization.
Just like
Obviously,
I said,
things will happen, but
just like I said, just like he said. So I lost where I was going with it. It's completely gone. But
cards. We need cards.
but yeah, no, we can't put a blame sorry, we can't just say that the parents have to teach the kids right and wrong, because parents only do so much. They go to school, they have a school life, the teachers also help. They have an influence from the outside world, regardless of whether we like it or
TV,
not.
everything plays a role
an
into
influence happens.
their
Whatever
growth.
movies you're watching, the games you're playing, is going to affect how you're thinking. And
There's
the
so much
person
you can do as a
you are.
parent. Like, you're not going to be there 24/7.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
Yeah,
mean?
that's fair.
So I still think they both need to take this thing offline.
Oh,
Yeah.
Deal
offline,
with
yeah,
their
fair
thing,
enough.
with their stuff, and stop publicizing their toxic
enough.
relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Like, you
But
have a
it's
number.
Offset, though.
Jesus, put it on speed dial at this
Do you know
point.
what I mean?
Like,
And another thing, sorry. Oh, that's hilarious. Sorry.
Wow.
Another thing I saw, right? It was of.
She got very passionate. She's like, give me the phone. Let's not talking about it. Let me get my phone and
Literally, but quickly, so we wrap up. It was of Offset. He said, I'm not sure if I got this right, but he said something to the Cardi B like, yeah, you're my baby mama. I don't even want you no more.
Yeah,
But
that's
then texted Cardi B, like Cardi B
oh,
posted
can I
a screenshot.
check up
Yeah,
while
it
you're
says that,
online?
oh, so you don't want me anymore? Asking Cardi B, oh, so you don't want me anymore? And Cardi B said, no.
Not really.
Yeah, I was like,
And he was like,
no, and he
can I
came
jack
online.
off? Can I jack off while you're on the phone? Did you not read that part?
No.
Yeah, he was like,
Oh
can I jack
my-
off when you're on the phone?
You know
And he's
what?
like, and
At
she
this
was like,
point-
you don't want me, ass boy.
At this point, put both of them in the bin, man. Anyway.
Yeah. I just, yeah, it's crazy.
But to close off, as we always do, recommendations time. So, what are we watching? What are you listening to? Other than Diddy and Cardi B.
Well, watch Blink Twice. I'm going to put that out there again.
Twice,
Watch,
yeah. Okay, Blink
I'll put
Twice,
that. You guys
Shannon
should watch
Tatum.
that. It's really good.
Interesting. Or don't you have any
I
recommendations?
actually thought we were
for
going to
us?
get to talk about,
I
there's not enough time.
Nah.
You're going to catch us next episode, but recommendations. Hey, I got nothing. I thought I had something. Oh, sorry. I've listened, and it's not a great song. I mean, it's not a song that I want my kids to listen to. But I don't have any kids, by the way. I'm just saying future kids. It's called SLUT, Me Out.
Well, it's good you spot out.
Yeah.
I never expected
Part
it.
2. I've listened to that like crazy. And if you got a bumper, embrace it.
Oh, yeah, Embrace It by N-Dubs. Is it N-Dubs or something like that?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
listened to that. I've listened to
I
that.
love that.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. And
TikTok
ID.
influence.
Yeah, okay. I haven't heard any of them, so I would have.
I heard Stop Me Out when it came. Oh shit! I said it.
Who's who's that one? Who's that
I
one?
heard
man?
it when it came out, but like I only just got into it like 3 days ago, and I
Who's
just
the
repeated it.
artist?
NLE.
NLE Chopper.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
man.
I was gonna say NBA Young Boy. I just all of them
Oh,
was
wow.
just coming to my head.
No.
And Megan Thee Stallion's he lying to me and I'm lying to him.
I don't listen to that. I'll be honest with you.
I heard that from TikTok as well, and I was
Yeah.
like, I thought it was just like a TikTok snippet, but it was actually a song. It was from my last album.
Oh.
Guess we both ain't shit.
Do you know what? I think we should do an episode talking about like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B's and like female rappers basically.
Yeah.
Even
mean, I listen
even
to Nicki
rappers
Minaj.
in general.
Like, no one should, she's the queen of rap.
Yeah, even
Let's
Nicki
put
Minaj
out
should
there.
get it as well. But,
I think we're on different teams on this one. So you have your facts about Nicki, and I'll have my thoughts. I say farts.
hey,
My facts about
Hey.
Cardi and Megan.
that's a stinker.
But yeah,
But yeah,
not a stinker.
yeah. I think we've had a good episode though. It's been a interesting.
Take
topic.
care, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please
Yes.
subscribe, like, share, tell your
Comment.
friend to tell a friend, and
Follow our socials.
Follow
we've
our
got TikTok,
socials.
we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter. So follow us on all platforms.
Yeah.
And see all little clips before they come out. So yeah. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Signing out.
Bye.
Bye bye. Let's get it.